What is up guys, Flashfire here, and today I am bringing you the Week 7 battle for the Pokemon Fight Club. This is the Hampshire Hawlchas versus the Buford Beedrills, or Alex. His channel link will be down below if you guys want to go and check him out. He is a top guy, you absolutely should do that. Now, this week is very important for us. This is the last week of the season before the playoffs. Me winning this battle is very important for me getting to the playoffs. I think I'm currently 4-3, or 3-3. I mean, 3-3 and 4, or 4-3, and I need to win this match, and I need John to beat Dark, and I need Tiger to beat Timmy, is I believe what I need to happen, and then we are in the playoffs, which is the game plan. I don't know if it's going to happen, but we'll see how it goes. But yeah, basically, this week, I decided that well, okay, so there are some important things to note about my opponent's team. The most important being, he has Volcarona and Charizard X with no form of hazards removal. So I figured that the best way to play would be to try and get rocks up as soon as possible and to get spikes up. Because he has no hazards removal, I figured I could just stack hazards on him all day long. He does have a lot of fire types, however, which is very disgusting for my draft. So I was originally planning on bringing Klefki to stack spikes, Roselia to stack toxic spikes, and Excadrill to stack rocks. But then that's three things that are super affected by fire on my team with, you know, not really much else that they do. So I figured that wasn't a good idea. We just ended up bringing Exca and Klefki with the mindset being, the Excadrill's Focus Sash, so I can get rocks up 100% of the time if I want to, if the lead matchup suits, which is great. Then, obviously, Prankster Spikes on the Klefki. We also have Thunderwave, Toxic, and Magnet Rise on the Klefki. Toxic is there because I didn't really have a way to deal with the Slowking effectively. And Thunderwave is just there because he has a lot of fast threats. Zard X, sorry, and Volcarona are pretty spooky, as is Cobalion, actually. And then we also have Magnet Rise on that guy because he likes to lead off with Garchomp. And an Ockerberry, so that we can take any one hit from Zard and Volcarona and just be happy, really. So that's the plan there. Then we have Intimidate Arcanine because we need something to block. We need something to block Cobalion and some other spooky physical threats that my opponent has on his draft. And finally, we have Choice Scarf Hitmonlee because my team is super slow. Oh, I didn't talk about my Lati. It's Recover, Dark Pulse, no, Recover, Dragon Pulse, Ice Beam, Psychic. Just try and hit as hard as possible, as much as possible. So, having gone over all that, we are going to play the tape and see what happens. As you can see, he didn't bring the Zardex, which is great, because, you know, that thing is a pretty big threat. Now here, I do end up leading off Klefki just because I didn't really fancy leading Exca versus Garchomp and losing it for no reason. So we do lead off with the Klefki, and that's going to allow us to get a Magnet Rise off turn 1 so he can't EQ us, and then start stacking our spikes. He doesn't play these couple of turns as best as he possibly could have, I think. He sets rocks here, I continue to stack spikes, and he tries to Dragon Tail me. Obviously, I'm a fairy type, so that doesn't do anything. Then he tries to set a second layer of rocks because you've got to get that 25% on switching. But we are unfortunate. Well, okay, so what happened here was I realized he was just staying in, so I was like, you know what? I'll Toxic the Garchomp. Then he switched into Volcarona on the Toxic, which was actually really good for him because it means I can't paralyze it. And right at this moment, I am super, super scared of Quiver Dancing Volcarona. Like, I'm so afraid. So I'm going to pull a hard switch out into Latios right here because I basically just need to kill it as soon as possible. As he does go for the Fire Blast, it doesn't do too much damage, and we're going to be able to get our Mega up here, I believe. Oh, no. Okay. We switch into Hitmonlee. Oh, predicting the Bug Buzz, yeah. We switch into Hitmonlee, predicting the Bug Buzz. As he goes for the Giga Drain, really not sure why you tried to Giga Drain a Latios, but there we go. It worked out in his favor, I guess. And we're just going to go for a High Jump Kick right here and take him out. Was very, very afraid of the Flame Body right there. But here comes the Slowking. As I said, I really have nothing for this guy. So we're just going to go into Flyby, as he does predict that beautifully. I'm not sure if that was a prediction or I don't really know, but he got me real good right there. We're just going to go into Happy Keys. And fire off the Toxic. Like I said, this is the game plan. We're just going to Toxic it and wear it down. The Ockerberry coming into effect right there. Really not doing anything as I wanted to just sack off Klefki this turn anyway, which is why I just go for a Toxic on the off chance he switches. None of my other moves actually do anything. So, we're just going to get into him on Lee right here, take him out with a knockoff. It's a fun time. I just realized I put my mouse on the screen. My bad, guys. Garchomp's going to come through. Obviously, we can't kill this guy. Now, I decided that my win conditions here are Exploud and Arcanine. with Hitmonlee being a secondary win condition. So I decided that X-Control was pretty much worthless, so I'm just going to sack it right here to an Earthquake. Really doesn't do anything to my opponent's team anymore. Everything outspeeds and can kill it, or is an Aromatisse, which I can kill with the other stuff on my team. So it really doesn't matter. Gonna go into Boombox right here. I know I can live any one hit unless it's like a Banded Outrage. And we're just gonna take out the Garchomp with a Boomburst right here, which is awesome. Obviously the Cambaleon's going to come through, big threat, so we're just going to go into Arcanine, which we have. It's meant to be for taking hits from this thing. Look at that, we ate that up. And right here, we can just go for a Morning Sun, and Arcanine can pretty much just carry us to victory at this point. It has a really good matchup against the remaining 3 of my opponent's mons, especially as the Superior hasn't had a chance to get a boost off yet. So we can just Will-O-Wisp this guy. We can get that residual damage going. We can hit this guy and recover all day long. It's not a problem at all. I believe we're just gonna go for a Flare Blitz right here, kill the Cambaleon, and then pretty much just Flare Blitz to victory from this point. I think the maximum amount of damage Superior can do is like 25% at this point. So we're just gonna take him out clean with the Flare Blitz right there, and then Arcanine is gonna 1v1 the Aromatisse for the win. So that is going to put us at either 4-3 or 5-3. I don't remember what we were going into it. But basically that means, like I said at the start, if John has beaten Dark this week, and if Tiger has beaten Timmy this week, then the Hampshire Hawlchas are in the playoffs. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And we'll get a chance to get fucking bodied by Will's freaking Mega Metagross. I guarantee that's going to happen. It's going to be like, if I get to the playoffs, it's going to be like, yeah, round 1, play Will, get Metagrossed. Yeah, good plan. It's gonna happen, I can feel it. But anyways, guys, I hope you have enjoyed this season as much as I have. Whether or not we make it into playoffs, we will, well, if there's a video next week, you'll know. We'll find out, but I really hope we do. And if you guys do too, drop a like down below this video, and I will see you guys in the next one.